Believe it or not, we are halfway through our Camino journey.
Sahagún.
Tonight we are spending the night in an old church in Sahagún, and it's just about exactly the midway point of the Camino. We've completed about 400 kilometers and have about the same to go. It's a little surreal. In some ways it feels like we just started, and yet here we are, already starting to think about travel back to the airport and things like that. Continue to be feeling a deep sense of gratitude for Mike and his generous spirit to include us in this journey, and feel honored to be a part of it.
Climbed our biggest hill of the day. It'll be mostly flat from here now. A good 12% climb. That's where the e-bike is worth every penny. It's just a beautiful vista.
One of the really fascinating things, probably especially birders will appreciate, is that a lot of the cathedrals have storks' nests on them, and sometimes intentionally. Like you can see on the roof of this one, way up there, there is a platform intentionally built to be hospitable to the storks. There's one there, and then one there, and there's a third kind of on that corner. Don't lose your pannier in the canal.
Yeah, today, the good news is the headwind was strong enough that I think it took away any besetting sins or burdens that we may be still carrying here halfway on our journey. I do remember looking back at one point in a flat section and thinking, I'm like in Kansas when I did my cross-country ride, you know, there's no turning back, it's only going forward. I think it wasn't until last night I was sitting in a lovely little spot overlooking the little town of Hontanas that I felt like I was really able to kind of, I don't know, take in the Camino and be present, be here. It's taken that long to kind of really fully be present and kind of start letting things go, which I think is what the Camino is largely about, is letting things go. Yeah, in some ways I'm a little jealous of the walkers because they have more time to do that, and it feels like on a bicycle it's going by too fast. And there's some places where I want to stay a little bit longer, like at the meditation place today that we came across. But just the same, I think I'm very grateful for what we've experienced so far, and yeah, I mean, like with the headwind today, we finally, I think, midway point here, not that we haven't before, but it feels like we're a well-oiled pace-setting machine. And we did some good work today, even with the headwind.
I want you to see this plaza we're sitting at. So at the end of the day, in some of the towns we've been at, people gather in these public places. And one of the things that we've gotten used to is that the restaurants don't open until about 8 or 8:30. So we're actually waiting with a lot of people for the restaurants to open. because again, the Spanish siesta, everything closes down in the afternoon until dinner time. So I want to close today's reflection by sharing a funny thing about each of my my fellow travelers. So I'll look at them as we go. So if you've never spent much time with Ben Weidman, when he gets hungry, you have to feed him. Like, he has a very short ability to go until the moment he's gonna, like, it's gonna be a Jekyll and Hyde moment. He's gonna flip on you. So, you know, the Snickers commercials about getting hangry, Ben needs his food. And we've also gone through several churches where people are buried in like a sarcophagi, like, you know, the prayers of the saints are laying on top of these stone things with their hands in pious positions, and that's how John Stoltzfus sleeps. He puts his hands on his chest and he sleeps like a dead saint.
I'm getting ready for the eternal rest.
So obviously we're getting to know each other well.
Perhaps we'll have some things to say about Mike Ford tomorrow.
As you will
Stay
soon.
tuned.